Today's topic is apologize when you are wrong. That is one of the 74 principles of real leadership. Now, here's the thing. I didn't like apologizing when I was wrong. Back in the day, if I had to say I'm sorry, man, that was a weakness. I'm like, no, you sorry. I ain't sorry. I'm Dee Dee from the D. I wish I would say I'm sorry. Saying I'm sorry means you sorry. It means you weak. Why would you apologize to somebody else? Fuck them. I ain't apologizing to nobody for nothing, ever. Chalk it up to youth. Chalk it up to being from the hood. Chalk it up to a myriad of things. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Apologizing doesn't mean that you're weak. It actually means that you are extremely strong. And it took me being in the military to understand this. It doesn't mean you're weak. When you apologize, you are saying, I have wronged you. I have done something wrong to you. And for that, I apologize. Now, here's the thing about an apology. The apology is not for you. It's for the other person or persons. So unaccountable people, if in the event they do have to apologize, here's what they'll do. I'm sorry that I hurt you, but I'm going through a lot. I'm sorry that I didn't show up on time, but here's why I was late. You don't get to justify your actions. You were wrong. And here's how you actually do it. I apologize for being late. I had 6 wardrobe changes, and this is why I'm late. I understand that I told you I was going to be here on time, and so I am wrong for changing my outfit and for showing up late. I apologize to you. And that's just a simple example. If you've hurt someone, if you've wronged someone, the apology is not for you. It is for them. And anybody who can't apologize is unaccountable. They're not a real leader, and they can't stay in your life. They can't remain there. Why? Because their ego is in their way. The pride that they have is in the way. If people with fixed mindsets can't apologize, their brain is not wired to apologize because they have a certain way of thinking, and they believe, like I used to believe, that apologizing means that you are weak. But real leaders know that it is one of the strongest actions that you can take, and it doesn't take anything away from you as a leader or anything that you've done or will continue to do that's grand in the future. Apologizing just says, I wronged you. I hurt you. I did something that was unacceptable in this situation, and for that, I am wrong. And it makes you stronger. The more you apologize, the stronger you become, and the simpler it becomes to apologize. There are people who owe me apologies from things that happened many years ago, but because of their fixed mindset, they just keep justifying their behavior. You just keep justifying it. And that's what unaccountable people do. They tell you, I did it, but here is why I did it. It doesn't matter. If the person says, well, why did you do it? Now you can explain. But the first thing you have to say is, I apologize. I was wrong. I apologize. I was wrong. And then you have to be on the receiving end of whatever that person or person has to say because you were wrong. And if you're dealing with another real leader and there's conflict there, we're going to handle the conflict. We're going to communicate effectively, ask questions, and listen, because what you want at the end of the day is for that not to occur again. And if it does, be ready to apologize. Now, you can't keep doing wrong and apologize. Well, I'm sorry I was late. I'm sorry I was late. I'm sorry I was late. Because that doesn't bode well either, because you're not changing the behavior. And the goal is to change the behavior. I'm not going to do this again, therefore I apologize. I wronged you, I apologize. And that is what real leaders do. If you find yourself in a situation where you are wrong, you have to be the real leader and you have to say, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. How can we right this wrong? That's what real leaders do. And unaccountable people are like, well, you just in your feelings and you just let it go. Why you can't let that go? Why you still talking about that? Why you can't let that go? You need to let that go. That's what you need to do. Let that go. Why do I have to let it go if you keep doing it? If you keep doing it, that's the problem. The problem is that if you don't apologize sincerely and mean it, you will keep doing that behavior again and again and again. So real leaders say, I apologize. Hey, Give me 3 times of paying attention to this. I'm not going to do this anymore. I need to rewire my neural pathways to not do that because it's wrong. But a fixed mindset, unaccountable person is just going to keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, and then apologizing after the fact. That's why we can't have unaccountable people in our lives, because they disrupt everything. So you're having this experience. They're not apologizing effectively. Now you have cortisol in your frontal lobe. It's affecting your judgment. It's affecting your self-control, your thinking, and your feelings. It's negatively affecting you. You can't have them in your life because it is neurologically having a negative impact on your brain every time they do that thing. And just say, well, I'm sorry. You mad again? I'm sorry. No, absolutely not. Apologize means I'm going to correct the behavior. I'm going to right the wrong action, and I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to do it again. And I'm going to do my best to ensure that I don't do it again. And if for some small microscopic reason I do it again, I'm going to apologize and correct the behavior. But there should be huge normal gaps in between that behavior. And if there isn't, you're dealing with an unaccountable person, and they need to exit left. They need to go back to Loserville, where apologizing isn't necessary. And if you do it, it doesn't mean a doggone thing. Every time you wrong someone, and hopefully it's not a lot, but if it is, I apologize. What can I do to make the situation better? Here is how I'm going to change my behavior to ensure, to the best of my ability, that this doesn't occur again. Apologizing means you are very strong, you are a real leader, and you are being personally accountable. Got it? Good.